When the forest sleeps, something else awakens. Something ancient, something cold. Not a predator in the traditional sense, claws and teeth and instinct, but a thief of life. It does not roar, it does not hunt, it waits. And when it feeds, you do not scream, you dream. They call it Desmodus, the vampire bat. But in South American mythology, it is more than just a creature. It is a shadow that clings to the soul. In the highlands of Peru and the rainforests of Brazil, there are stories that elders only tell when the fire is strong. They speak of Comazotz, the bat god of death, with wings like razor blades and a face that reflects your last breath. The truth is, the scariest vampires aren't lurking in the dark. They're sitting at our kitchen tables, wrapped in our favorite blankets, hidden behind the screen. It wants us broken, not because it's cruel, but because it's selfish. It feeds on our torment, thrives on our weakness. You see, true power lies in our choices, and the moment we surrender that power, we lose a piece of ourselves forever. They whisper sweet nothings, distracting us from the light. But their kiss is a curse, their touch a brand. Then we need courage, not the kind that conquers dragons, but the quiet strength to face our demons, to confront the darkness within. Next, we must find our light, that thing that makes us, our passions, our purpose, our dreams. For vampires hate three things: exposure, sunlight, and garlic. Exposing our habits, our addictions, our fears, turning towards our pain, embracing the sunshine, living authentically, pursuing our dreams. These are our weapons against the darkness. They approach without a sound, cutting the skin with surgical precision, licking the blood like rainwater from stone. It's the addiction that starts small, the lie that becomes our truth, the fear that turns into shame. We tell ourselves it's just a little longer, just one more episode, just until we finish this project. But the monster in the shadows doesn't care about our justifications. It revels in our captivity, growing stronger with each excuse. There will be setbacks, relapses, moments when the whispers drown out the music in our souls. But giving up is not an option because the stakes are too high. It's our life story, our essence, our very survival that's at play. No signs of violence, no predators nearby. Just a single burnt offering on the village altar, a small leather wing. First, subscribe because in this journey, we are stronger together. Second, comment below. Tell me what monster lurks in your closet, what vampire whispers in your ear. Sharing our struggles is the first step to silencing the monsters. Remember, you are not alone. I see you. And together, we can conquer any darkness. Because in the grand tapestry of life, our light shines brightest when we choose to see it. A single bat drinks only a few teaspoons, but over time, they are known to return to the same victim. Night after night, a ritual, a silent obsession. What if the creature that haunts you is not a monster at all, but a metaphor? What if the vampire that lingers outside your window is really inside your home? What if it's that secret habit that steals your time, that addiction that takes your money, that fear that paralyzes your heart? And the bite, it's almost painless. You don't wake up, you surrender, they say. He was not born, but descended. When humans defied the gods and brought fire into the night, Comazotz came to extinguish it. One by one, he drank not only blood, but memory, too, leaving villagers silent, lifeless, forgotten. It's the vampire inside, feeding on our best intentions, leaving behind only the shell of who we once were. Every day we have the opportunity to rise, to become who we want to be. But like the allure of a forbidden story, we turn towards the shadows, seeking solace in what's familiar, even if it's destroying us. Yet in the darkest corners of the rainforest, there are cave entrances carved with fangs. Real vampire bats are disturbingly intelligent. They recognize faces. They share blood with the weak. In 1996, in a remote Bolivian village, pale children were found, bearing only the marks of twin punctures. But let me ask you something. There is a darkness that falls when the sun goes down, not in the sky, but within us. I know, because I've been there. I spent years trying to outrun my past, only to realize it was chasing me all along. You see, the real horror isn't the wound itself, but the wound that festers. And the worst part, it doesn't want to drain us completely. So how do we fight back? How do we slay the vampire within? First, we must acknowledge its existence. It won't be easy. So, tonight, when the sun dips below the horizon and the shadows grow long, I urge you to do two things.